What is going on YouTube? We're back with another push session, and today I'm going to talk you through why I've selected the exercises I've done and why I think this is the best exercise routine to get the best potential physique. Cable single arm lateral raise. So in the past I used to start my push session with a bench press sort of movement. However, I've realised opening it up with the pressing movements, the blood's not flowing around the muscle and I'm not warmed up. Side delts, they get the muscle warm. Also, my side delts are lacking, so it helps when I'm fresh to hit these to a higher range. So a couple of cues: I keep a slight bend in my elbow. People don't lead with the elbow and they lead with the hand. Stop around shoulder height and lower the weight under control. We next head into a Smith machine incline press, the first compound movement. This gets a lot of unnecessary hate. People much prefer the barbell compared to a Smith. However, building muscle, it's honestly one of my favourite pressing exercises because you can push close to failure. I've got the bench set around 30 degrees, which places more emphasis on the upper chest without turning it into a shoulder press. As I lower the bar, I'm aiming for my upper chest rather than my neck. Control the eccentric for around 2 seconds before driving the weight back up. Today's working sets are in double progression. First set around 10 to 15 reps, second set heavier for 5 to 9 reps. The goal is simple. When I hit the top rep range with good form, I'll increase the weight. Next up, we've got plate loaded chest press, and this is where I push intensity. Machines are fantastic because they provide stability, allowing you to safely train very close to failure, whereas dumbbells, there's a greater risk of injury. Instead of just pressing the weight, which is a common mistake on this movement, I'm thinking about squeezing my biceps towards each other. That training cue helps keep tension on the chest instead of letting the shoulders dominate. Just as before with the incline Smith machine press, I'm working 2 different sets, rep ranges. My first set is 10 to 15 reps, which is for 2 sets, and then a 5 to 9 rep, which will be a heavier load. Next up is cable flies. Now, this movement is probably one of the common ones that gets mistaken. The shoulders take too much control and people start making it into more of a chest press rather than a fly. Don't turn it into a press. Your hands shouldn't be driving forwards. Think about wrapping your arms around a tree. You're trying to shorten the chest, not press the cables away. I let the chest stretch at the back of every rep before squeezing hard through the middle. Lighter weight with better execution will almost always beat heavy weight and poor technique. Next up is cable tricep pushdown. Now, 2 tricep movements in this session. First up, pushdowns. One mistake I see is people turning this into a full body exercise, leaning over, swinging, moving the elbows all over the place, having no control. Instead, keep your elbows pinned by your side. Push all the way down, squeeze for a second and control the weight back up. Just like you can see on the video now, there's very little movement in my elbows. Time under tension. This exercise is simple, but it's incredibly effective if executed correctly. The final tricep movement is a overhead cable extension. The reason I pair these with pushdowns is because they emphasize different parts of the tricep. The overhead position gives the long head a fantastic stretch. That's something I know is beneficial for muscle growth. Again, I'm not chasing weight here, I'm chasing tension. Big stretch, strong contraction, controlled reps. This is one reason why I do like videoing, because I can see that my form isn't the best on this movement. Now just finishing off with shoulders, we're back onto lateral raises, this time with dumbbells. The cue I always think is lifting my elbows rather than my hands. As soon as people start thinking about lifting dumbbells, they usually involve the traps. Keep your shoulders down, slight lean forward, smooth tempo. I also superset this with dumbbell front raisers. Now with dumbbell front raisers, despite the shoulders getting a lot of tension from the pressing movements, on my physique and goals, adding a little direct work on the front delts can be useful in my opinion. The key to this is controlling the movement. I'm using a bench here to limit the amount of swinging. I don't want to be using momentum. Just lift under control, pause briefly and lower slowly, keeping full control over the weight over a period of time. Still hitting just over 2,000 calories a day. I'm going to increase my cardio and just keep protein high.
You know, a few people have asked why I'm doing a dieting phase when I've not got that much muscle. The whole point is to get down to a strict base so I can build good muscle tissue in a lean body composition. So I've done bulks before when I've carried too much body fat to start with and it doesn't end well. So I'm going to strip as much body fat as I can, clean the canvas as such, and then go ahead and go into a long bulk. A long bulk isn't dirty. It's going to be 26, 32 weeks, adding small amounts. But yeah, that's all from me, guys. Thank you for the support. Like and subscribe to follow the journey, but it's not about being amazing every single day. It's just about being consistent and hitting the basics. Small improvements build up over time.